So since my recent video talking about my lack of faith and general irritation at developers who release a lot of pre-rendered albeit engine footage with a couple of snippets of actual first-person view or actual game footage, opinion was certainly divided, but the majority of you, judging by the video stats, agreed with me, but another huge amount of people also disagreed. And that's fine, that's your guys' prerogative. However, it does somewhat prove my point that people, when challenged with the possibility that something may well not come to fruition, are likely to feel very frustrated by that reality and that being brought back down to earth. And I understand that, because of course you want it to be what you want it to be, and that is you want it to be a successful game which ticks all the boxes that they have promised. We all want that. I'll hold my hands up and say that I could have worded that video a little bit more calmly, but I was pissed off at the time, and I'm also just sick of developers promising everything and then delivering very little of that. You know, if you're not sure if you can deliver these things, and either lower your promises and allow the game to then exceed people's expectations, that's a huge positive for you. Or make sure you deliver most of what you're actually telling people. Don't mince around. That's a pretty general statement, and it's not one that's just aimed at the World War III game. But listen, if you're going to stand there and tell me that many developers of games do not regularly promise the earth and then deliver nothing close to that, then I'm just not going to take you seriously. Now, if you don't know by now as well, that a large part of what I do is trying to bring people's expectations down to earth and stop the hype train getting out of control, because that's actually as bad for you as it is for everybody else, then you need to watch more of my videos and learn about what my perspectives are on the games industry. Now, I'm not about hating unnecessarily on any game, nor do I make critical commentary just for the sake of it. This is something that has long bothered me, and it simply comes down to a case of delivering what you state your product is going to do, and that's all. I did, however, enjoy all the people who clearly had never watched my content before calling me an EA DICE shill and or a fanboy. That was fairly fun and amusing to me, for obvious reasons. But here's the most important and most surprising thing. Since that video, the developers, Farm51, reached out to me and have said that they want to convince me that the World War III game is going to be just what they have set it out to be. To which I say, bring it on. Please prove me wrong completely, 100%. I want to be wrong. I want to have a new, alternate, excellent FPS to play. They were very forthright and straight to me, explaining that they understand how it looks coming from a small developer with big promises. I'm hopeful I might even be able to get a look at it ahead of time, maybe get you guys some more information about it like I have done with Postscriptum. So for me, this is hugely positive, because it shows, for one thing, that the devs certainly are trying to work toward their goals. Whether they can achieve them and deliver what people's expectations have now been hyped up to be is another thing altogether. I still hold my view that I'm going to be surprised if they can pull it off. But as I said, prove me wrong. I want to be wrong. The fact that they bothered to reach out to me as a not particularly large YouTube producer and state their intentions is pretty heartening. And even if they don't deliver that in the end, I still now have more belief in their sincerity, but I guess cynical glasses on. Maybe that's a ploy. I mean... This is all going tinfoil hat now, but anyway, let's see what happens until we know some more. You know, because really until then it's speculation, and pretty much as with most FPS games, until you get it out in the actual public sphere and see how many people are playing, how the game's playing, how the servers are tolerating and handling everything, and how smooth it is, you can't really know how it's going to turn out. Even if you do see gameplay, even if you do go and play it early, etc., even betas don't really give you a true impression until it's out there. I mean, look at Battalion 1944. That game is not completed, but it had a bonkers amount of hype, and it's dead as a rock. So, you know, do you see what I mean? It's like the initial hype around something does not equate to how successful it's going to be when it's actually in a format that's released to the public. That's my main point. Anyway guys, your thoughts down below as always.